Hey guys, super excited to see you. It's Jen Moff of thejenmoff.com and magicalmindfulness.com. I'm here with the amazing Julie.
Hi.
So excited to be here chatting with you tonight because we're celebrating a major win and we just want to really dig into all the juicy stuff that's happened for you. So tell me, what are we celebrating? What are we celebrating to start with?
We are celebrating that I started my own business and I got my first client last week and I manifested that client.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So what business have you started and where are you hoping to see it go? What is the dream?
Well, I'm a CPA, that's a certified public accountant, and my business I'm starting is for accounting and bookkeeping services for small businesses, solopreneurs, artists, and other creative types, including beauty salons.
Ah, very nice. Very nice. When we hear, I was talking to a friend of mine earlier today about accounting and how for her, it really kind of stresses her out, but she loves that there are people like you who are just so jazzed about numbers and making everything like just, how would you say that, your journey in your field has prepared you for starting your own business?
Mm-hmm. I've been in the accounting industry for 14 years now, and I've just gotten burnt out. I've progressed through my career from staff accountant to currently in my day job, I'm an assistant controller, and I've had tons of different experiences auditing for-profit clients, nonprofit clients, doing bookkeeping for for-profit and bookkeeping for nonprofit.
Mm-hmm.
With that burnout and working with Jen, I just realized that it's time to go out on my own, be my own boss.
That's so exciting. When you say that, your face just like clearly lights up. And, what would you say to maybe the other women that are watching who are feeling similarly and were just kind of tired and didn't know what to do? And maybe they've got this idea, but they don't have the confidence or the plan to get started. What advice would you give to them?
Well, for me, I was afraid when Jen first suggested, do you want to go out and be a solopreneur? And I said, no, I don't have the discipline, but I do have the discipline. And working with Jen has made me be self-reflective, and she's prompted me to do some mindset work, which was really important. I think that's the number one thing, is doing mindset work to realize that you're not undisciplined. You're not going to be bothering people by asking them if they're interested in your services, and just putting out your high vibrations and changing your energy and changing your mindset. It just really will just cause fireworks in your life.
So true.
I had some manifestation things happen in the last 2 weeks, and I was like, Jen, my mind is blown. I said, don't be surprised. Don't be mind blown. This is your new normal. And so I'm excited.
That is so cool. I think what you shared, if I was watching, if I was somebody like you that was feeling frustrated, how you mentioned you were beforehand, I would be really encouraged and inspired by your words because, I think all of us have been there in some way, shape, or form of feeling frustrated or burned out or depressed in some way, and you've overcome a lot to get here. So how long did it take you to decide I'm going to start my business to getting your first client? What was the timeline like?
It wasn't too long. It was a month and a half. I think I came home from work one day and I had a call scheduled with Jen for a different topic.
Mm-hmm.
And crying, and I was like, I am stressed out, I'm burnt out, let's talk about that. And so we kind of changed directions for that call, and I said, all right, sign me up for this container that we're working in, and let's go. Let's make some changes so that I'm not burnt out and crying after work.
Yeah. So a month. That's what you're telling me, like a month.
Yeah, insanely quick.
That is so amazing. Like
2 months ago, if you said, oh, you're going to be your own business owner, your own boss, I would have been like, no. I'm happy in my day job. I want to be here forever. I want to work for other people for the rest of my life.
You know, I love your honesty. I think my favorite thing about what you just said is like how fast things can change. Like you look back over 2 months and you think, wow, 2 months ago, that's what this was like. You know, things can change on a dime.
Yes.
When you look back over the last year, for example, where have you come, you know, 1 year to the day? Like what has happened for you since 2018 in July?
Yeah. So 2018 was super hectic at work. I was putting in way too many hours. I was depriving myself of a social life and depriving myself of joy just by being at work all the time, having my nose in the computer, just overstimulation, not focused on any kind of positive energy, just I guess kind of in a trance of this is the status quo and this is how it's always going to be.
Yeah.
So when things kind of slowed down at work and I set up boundaries and I stopped staying super late, I stopped working on the weekends, things started to get better. But I mean, they got better in terms of work and energy and whatnot, but the burnout just increased and just shot through the roof, and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
So when you mentioned your work situation a year ago, what was your personal life going like at the time? Because I'm, you know, how we do one thing is how we do it all. So
right.
How was that showing up for you personally?
Personally, I mean, because I was working so much, I didn't have a whole lot of time to spend with my friends.
Mm-hmm.
I was having issues at home with my roommate. The energy just in my life, in my house, in my office was just negative for me. Mm-hmm. And it's draining.
Yeah. When you decided to make changes and you commit to something, I think you see, especially even more so in the last couple of weeks, when you fully commit to something, things change for you lightning fast. If you could go and again, talk to somebody maybe that's watching, because, you know, you were struggling with the work situation a year ago, and it wasn't until this year that you were like, all right, I've had enough.
Right.
What would you tell somebody watching if they're in the middle of it and they're holding out for some reason and not making the change to really go and live their dream and be, you know, their own boss or be in their own purpose? What would you tell them about making those decisions?
So it can be scary at first, but your life doesn't have to be the way that it is. You can make changes. Like Jen said, things can change on a dime. Like one little twist, you know, one little click of mindset change, one little change in your energy, putting out positive vibes, trying to manifest things, or not trying, but actually working on manifesting things. Like, it can be so much better. And I encourage you to work through those things and, you know, be open to manifesting, because I always thought that the law of attraction was bunk, but here I am and I'm like, oh, it works. It works.
Yeah, I mean, it comes down to science. It's quantum physics. It's how, you know, the world we live in operates. So, what's next for you? What's the dream? Where you got your first client, that amazing accomplishment in like a month. So where do you want to take your business? What do you want to see it do?
Ideally, I would like to be able to go full-time with my business. So I'm reaching out, trying to collect more clients, to find people who I'm aligned with and who are aligned with my business, my vision, my organization, and to join me to succeed. And my purpose, I think, is to free up people who don't like numbers, who are afraid of numbers, who panic or stress out, and to just be able to take that stress off their backs so that they can focus on their mission and their passion and stay in their magic, which no, I'm doing accounting and you might be afraid of it. It's my magic.
Love, love, love that. Love that. So tell me how your day looks now that you have your first client. You know, what has changed for you in how you kind of operate today? I don't mean like what does your schedule look like, but you mentioned doing this mindset work, and you know how powerful this stuff is, and utilizing the tools that you've got in your arsenal now. But what does life look like today that it didn't look like 2 months ago?
Well, I think the moving from burnout to the excitement of starting my own job or my own company has really just changed the energy in my life entirely. Like, I would come home from work and sit on the couch with my roommate, like 6 p.m. I'm home from work, we're sitting on the couch, we eat dinner on the couch, watch TV all night, play games on my cell phone. And it was just kind of like lethargy, and had no motivation, no excitement in my life. It was just like, well, I guess I'll just sit here and kill time and, be mindless until I get to go to bed and start all over again tomorrow. But changing the mindset, changing the energy, I'm way inspired, and I have way more motivation, like even to do little things like laundry and grocery shopping. I used to just hate those. I used to be like, I just want to sit on the couch and be mindless, recover from the day. But now I'm like, let's do this. Let's get some yummy groceries. Let's clean the clothes. Let's build the business. I started creating content for my Instagram profile. So I'll spend the evenings looking through Pinterest, looking through other Instagram accounts, getting inspired creatively to create those images and the content that goes along with that. And it might sound boring, but it's my creative outlet now. And it's just fun to be able to put content out there that's going to resonate with people.
Oh, that's so, so cool. Love, love, love that. Because what you're saying is really, it's about you doing something bigger than yourself, and a way that you get to serve other people.
Yes.
And it's not that you weren't doing those things before, but being able to kind of be in the driver's seat of your own life and creating and seeing the potential has really allowed you to blossom. When you think about what the business can become and what your desire is for it, it's, I'm sure, inspiring to the people watching this at home. Is there anything about what you've done for yourself that you were surprised about as it pertains to the financial piece? Because for a lot of women, I was at a networking event last night, and one of the women at it actually celebrated something that I think a lot of women struggle with, which is, pricing and asking for what they deserve, and not being ashamed about the value you provide. Was that at all part of, your process in the mindset work? And if so, like, what did that look like for you?
Absolutely. In order to afford to live I live in San Francisco Bay Area, which is one of the most expensive areas in the country. In order to live in the Bay Area, I had to decide how much I want to make in a year, and then break that down by how much do I want to make in a month, and then how can I make that happen? What does the pricing look like? And at first I was like, oh, this is going to be too expensive for some people. They're just going to look at the pricing and go, oh, I'm not going to pay that. But Jen coached me through that and taught me about wealth consciousness, which I'd never thought about before. And that's versus poverty consciousness, which kind of permeates our society, at least for people I hang out with, maybe not for Warren Buffett, but she suggested that in the morning I write down my fears about money and my pricing and whatnot, and then refute those fears with a positive statement. And so I've been doing that. And the positive statement is in the present tense. Like, for example, people will scoff at my pricing, and then I write, people will recognize my value and they will pay me what I'm worth. So, just, writing that down, even if it's the same sentence every single day, it's just really cementing it in my mind and giving me confidence to be able to say to clients, like, I'm sorry, so-and-so, I'm sorry, not even I'm sorry. Your previous accountant might have been charging you like 1 cent an hour, but that's not how things work here, This is my value, and if we're not aligned, then that's okay. I'll find people who are aligned.
Yeah, I think that's such a great message to people. It's not just about like raising the wealth consciousness, but it's about being okay and trusting and knowing that everything is working out for our highest good. And
Yes.
that certainly has been the case for you with this whole endeavor.
Yes.
One final question, if I may, before we sign off for the night, is we've been working together for a while now. Yes. And what would you say over the course of our work together has been the biggest impact for you in getting to this point? What had to happen for you to get here today?
So much. I had inner woundings that I needed to heal and reflect on. I needed to build my confidence and stand in my power. And all of those things Jen has helped me with over the last couple of years. And, if I'd tried to start my own business 2 years ago, it would not have worked because I wasn't in the right mindset. I didn't do the healing. I didn't have the confidence. It's all about believing in yourself and doing the work to get there.
Love that. It all comes back to believing in ourselves. Absolutely. What a great final message to send everybody away with. Thank you so much for being open to, your own personal growth and joining me for this chat right now. It's just
Absolutely
so fun. And
thank you for inviting me.
You're welcome. My pleasure.
Thank you for working with me.
Oh, thank you for showing up for yourself. We'll stop. Everyone's like, okay, we're not watching now. Anyway, thank you so much, Julie. Thanks, guys. We'll see you very soon.
Bye.